let's welcome the one and only Natalia Lepore-Hagan. Great to have you with us today, Natalia. How are you?
Hi, guys. I'm wonderful today. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm so excited.
It's our pleasure.
Yeah, we're so glad to have you.
So first, this is something new we've had on the show. We get restaurants that have an experience incorporated into the business, but this is like a cooking class plus an experience minus traditional restaurants aspect to it. It's a family style serving. And so start telling your audiences, what is Midnight Pasta? Just explain it all to us.
Yes, I would love to. So I own the company called Midnight Pasta, and it is an experience-based pasta company. I basically invite people into a ticketed event, and we wine and dine them. And then I throw them headfirst into a wild 45-minute pasta class.
Nice.
And then we take the pasta that everybody's made and we bring it back into the kitchen. And we have an awesome team, a kitchen team led by Chelsea Career, who's an amazing chef. And we turn the pasta that everyone makes into a 5-course dinner party.
Oh my gosh.
So-
And are you teaching the class?
I teach the class. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. It's super fun.
And
Yeah.
it is kind of designed to be like, hey, you just welcome into my kitchen. We're going to put on some music. We're going to sing. We're going to make pasta. It seems like it's high energy while, kneading dough.
Yeah. So I have a kind of wild backstory, but I was raised in a really, really fun American Italian family.
Oh, tell
of
us
artists.
more. Yes. Tell
Oh
us
my
more
gosh.
about that.
It was wonderful. We were always the family that at Thanksgiving, if you didn't have a place to go, at Christmas, if you didn't have a place to go, we were always the family. And my grandfather opened up his doors to anyone and everyone. And he was an amazing abstract artist. And he was the one who taught me how to make pasta. So very tactile, very beautiful. It was a wonderful way to grow up. And people were always playing loud music and dancing. And so that was the kind of dinner table that I grew up around. And I was like, I really want people to experience this, because when I realized that this wasn't what everybody's childhood looked like, I was like, wait, this is fun.
Yeah.
I want everyone to have this.
Yeah. And it's so funny because when I look at your Instagram, I feel like you're embodying that even on your Instagram page. There's so much energy and movement and joy on there on the page. So it's nice to hear that those, that comes from a deeply rooted place, it sounds like, in your family and where you grew up. So did you also have like a midnight pasta tradition?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. So my aunt, who lives in Manhattan, who is the fashion designer, she would always have us around the table at midnight. We were like, wherever you were at that night, maybe you were at a Broadway show, you were at an art opening. If you were just like in Brooklyn at a bar, she would kind of like do this rallying call and be like, we're having midnight pasta. And sometimes on not Christmas Eve, on like Christmas Day night, we would also gather around the table and eat pasta at midnight. So it was this kind of just like warming midnight experience that I always loved.
Man.
And I was like, I want whatever I create this company to be, I want it to be called Midnight Pasta.
Oh, I
So-
love that.
So to be totally clear, it doesn't all start at midnight. Like if you show up at
No,
midnight,
you eat
you've
at
missed
midnight,
it.
Spencer.
Yeah. Okay.
So this was the name of my company, and I was so excited, and I was like, yes, okay, it's a concept. Also, it's a dish. It's a specific Italian dish, I think mostly done in Rome, but all over Italy. It's like that late night snack. And Italians go into their
Yes.
cupboard and they grab anchovies and olives and olive oil, and maybe they have parsley and garlic. And so they make a pasta dish at midnight. And so it's literally a recipe as well. So I thought everyone was going to get it, but I really am confusing a lot of my customers, because I have so many people that will write on my Instagram or write me and say, I really, really want to come. I cannot stay up until midnight.
Right.
And I'm like, no, it's at 6:00. I promise.
Has anybody showed up at midnight? It's like, you're 6 hours late. I'm so sorry. Let me see what I
No,
can
but-
get for you.
Thanks a lot. No, you just unlocked a new fear for me, Spencer.
Do you know what? I have to tell you, my like midnight snack, if I get home late and I want a snack, this is so terrible. I need to take your class. It's like a boxed macaroni and cheese. So it is pasta, only it's
Yes.
just with the powdered cheese form
Nothing
that
wrong
I
with
then
that.
try to dress up
Yeah,
with
nothing wrong.
bizarre hot sauces and things like that. We don't need to spend any more time on that. But okay, let's talk about your
Next
Broadway
episode.
background.
Next
Next
episode.
episode.
We'll get into Claudia's
I can't wait to hear.
Macaroni and cheese,
Yeah, or
late
pretzels and
night.
or pretzels and cream cheese, if I'm being really honest. But anyway, it's all in the carb loading family.
Absolutely.
Okay, but let's talk about your Broadway background and let's move to that because I read that you have that and it sounds like it was also in your family as well.
Yeah, so we are a bunch of dancers and artists, like I said. But I took my first ballet class when I was 4 years old. And then from that moment on, I was like, oh my God, this is my trajectory. This is what I'm going to do. So everyone knew in Ohio, in my little town, they're like, oh, that's Natalia. She's going to go to Broadway. Just let her be. And I'd be dancing around while playing softball. And everyone just was like, okay, whatever. And I went to college for it. And I ended up dropping out of school and just moving straight into New York City to just go for it.
Oh, wow.
And and that
What a
was my
change.
aunt again. I know. Well, my family lived in New York and I was really, really lucky. And my aunt said, you can live in my attic. And my first big job, which was so cool, was Boardwalk Empire. And I danced in like 3 or 4 episodes of that.
I love that show.
Me too.
That's
That
a
was
great
such a
one.
dream. I did some off-Broadway work and then I did regional productions. So I would just kind of go everywhere. So by the time I was 27, I had visited or performed in almost all 50 states. So that was like a total whirlwind of
Wow.
of my 20s. It was so nice.
That's amazing. And that experience has been incorporated into Midnight Pasta, I would imagine, and that you're
Absolutely.
leaning into that a lot in the experience part of this.
Absolutely. No, I even announced it at the beginning. So I'm going to be dancing around and I'm going to ask you to dance with me.
Nice.
And if you're like,
Yes.
why is that girl twirling? And I love applause. So, I make a whole shtick out of it, but everything is theatrical. And I think a lot of other artists, they'll come in and they'll say, oh my God, I really love how you dimmed the lights in that moment, or you opened the doors like a curtain, or, so it kind of feels like you're in this like an immersive experience when you come in.
What a fun
Wow.
experience. Spencer, I want to see you doing this. I want to see you
Yeah.
at the pasta party
Nobody
dancing around.
wants to see that.
No, I want
It's-
to see it because I feel like this is something I would do and I want to get you to do it too.
Yeah, I'll rain check that with you, Claudia.
Wait, Spencer, I will tell you how many people, so many, especially men, and I hate to call them out, but they will walk in with like guard up. And by the end of it, they are so honest with me and I love it. And they're like, I didn't want to come here. My wife dragged me here, but I loved it and I will be back and tell all my friends.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
Well, let's be honest here. Let's have a confessional. It'll only take a couple of cocktails. Let's be serious here, and then I'll be right into it. So yeah.
Absolutely. That's what I think. Anyway, that's why we give you a nice strong gin cocktail when you walk in the door.
Oh,
Yes,
perfect.
there you
Warm.
go.
That's
You know what you're
that's
doing.
part
You know
of
what
the
you're doing.
warm up. Yeah. That must feel good to create a place where people can go and really experience a ton of joy and let go and have the experience of the community of cooking together, because cooking brings people together, and then like a really joyful experience where you can let loose, have fun, and then enjoy a meal all together.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
That is specifically what I want to happen.
Yeah.
I've experienced a lot of grief in my life, and this was a way truly for me to be happy again.
Mhm.
And when they walk in the door, they get to forget about what's going on outside and they get to come in and experience joy and have a moment where they don't have to think about that. So when I created Midnight Pasta, I didn't realize I was also doing that for myself. And I was creating a space where I could feel joy. And then I started seeing other people having that same experience and coming in and saying, I had a really hard day or something tragic happened in my life, but this gave me a lot of joy.
I
And
mean,
hearing that just like makes me, that's all I want to do.
we need more of that today anyway.
Yeah.
Even if it's not like something personal. There's just fires going on everywhere, it seems like right now. And like you turn on the news or you flip through Instagram and you're like, oh, this is just a dumpster fire every day. And so having something like that is really amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
incredible.
That's exactly what I want to be for anyone.
RESTAURENT.com/podcast.